I peeped the chat, and a lot of people, y'all say it helps y'all when I go over these, like, when I have these little recaps. Basically, like, my thought process on why I thought the way I thought the market was gonna move the way it moves. And, I already, I don't know if y'all peeped, but I already took my trade for my winning days. We just need 2 more winning days. Should be able to request a payout this Friday. We're not gonna rush nothing though. We're just gonna keep showing up every day. We're gonna be a little cautious today though. I'm just kind of like gonna talk about like the way price is moving, how I like, and when I mean by price, what I mean by price moving is basically every time this candlestick moves, this number on the right, which is the price of the stock that we're looking at, or the exchange, whatever you want, the pair, whatever you want to call it. Basically every time this candle moves up or down, the price on the right changes. So whenever I'm speaking about price action and price in general, I'm just referring to the way the candlesticks are moving in live time. And now we're just gonna do a little analysis though. So let's see where we are. 3 week, 2 week. So we could bounce off this 2 week here. We're also bouncing off this 3 day here. That 3 day aligns with the 2 day. So where on the 2 day could we possibly come towards? Right here, this could be a good draw. And like any draw at the bottom is always gonna be a plus. Like we're always gonna look for buys off of it. And then any draw at the top, it's gonna be the opposite. We're always gonna be looking shorts off of it. I like this 12-hour. Basically, I just keep going down until it starts making sense to me. Like, this is really the whole process. We got 9 minutes into market open, and I'm really just already seeing what price is respecting, you know? I'm not going off of nothing more, nothing less than what the market is already telling me that it's doing and what it wants to do. And you'll see every movement that we see get made, there's a reasoning behind it. Like, this little move up swept this 2 hour, you know what I mean? That 2 hour, the 2 hours also aligned with this 1 hour. So there's probably a setup in here somewhere. It's probably set up right here somewhere. You know, off this 2 hour. This 2 hour low key aligns with this 1 hour. You know, it's just how the market really moves. And then look right here. What do? We swept this 30-minute, and price just continued. Like, you see, like on the higher time frame, it looks like we're going down, right? And you don't really know where we're going down to because it doesn't make sense. But the lower you go, everything just starts slowly making sense. Slowly but surely, like you could really see what's going on. But this is basically what I do coming into the market open. I see what's already happening and what could potentially happen. And to be honest, I really got everything marked up. I would just wait right here on this 15-minute because we're in this big imbalance. So really just wait right here and see what happens because we could respect this new bullish trend, or we could just, market open, dump, and then bullish trend, or we could continue to dump, It's just whatever the market wants to do. It's up to us to, just try to catch the small move with the market instead of forcing anything against the market. Market's about to open. Let's see how we respect off this 30-minute. I want to see us maybe come down to this 30 or this 15. Let's see. We swept 5 right there. Where could we possibly be going towards if we are bullish? It's 4 hour. So right now I would just be patient because we're in this big imbalance. We just swept this 30, and you know, if price really wants to, it could continue bullish for whatever reason, but if it also wants to, it could reverse right here. So we just gotta be pretty aware of everything that's going on. That's why we mark out everything. We got this 5-minute marked out. This is why we pumped, and we have this 30-minute marked out, and we could sweep this 10 right here, maybe react off that 10, but right now we just keep waiting and seeing. We just keep waiting and seeing if a setup presents itself. And here, let me add all these. And you see how this 30-minute didn't present nothing, and it just like kind of got ran through, went straight to the 10. Like that means this area is 9 times out of 10 invalid. We could just delete that ELS. Same thing with this 10-minute. We could wait to see what this 10-minute does. If it doesn't really give you anything, then we could see that this area is probably invalid, and we're continuing towards somewhere else. So that's also more what I mean by like seeing what's being respected and what's not being respected, because you could clearly see like we're bullish right now. Like just right now, just the last 2 minutes market open, like we're going up towards something. And the way that we can know that is this 5-minute sweep 5 minutes before market open. Now it's just trying to figure out where it wants to go to possibly reverse, either for a retracement to continue to go into the same direction it's going, or to just have a reversal, because we know and understand that the market can't dump forever. Like right here, we see this dump and small retrace, and vice versa. We're pumping. So what are we gonna do? We're either gonna throw a small retracement to continue, or we're just gonna reverse. This is more so like how I be thinking when I come into the market. Like, and today Loki seems tricky. I'm not gonna lie, today does seem a little tricky. No 15, no 30, no 1 minute. So like, you see how we swept this ELS and we're getting selling pressure? That's me looking for my entries, like if any entries gotten thrown so far. I don't see one at all. So that's also like what I'd be doing, you know, like, because an entry could get thrown right now. Like maybe a VI gets thrown right here. If a VI gets thrown right here, this could be my double 1 minute wick, IE, 3-minute IE, 3-minute, 5-minute align. Let's just say that hypothetically this is throwing a VI right here. Like hypothetically, this is where I would have my limit order. And I would be waiting. Like I wouldn't place it yet. I would wait until the candle closes and it shows the VI get presented. Like that's how you enter off of VIs. So you see no VI got created, I would delete my order. Like I wouldn't even have placed it. Like I would just be waiting for price to show me like what it's about to do. Like you'll see it in real time. Hopefully a setup presents itself today, so I could show y'all like the ELS, the VI, and like the whole process that happens when taking a trade. Because I know like ultimately that's what everybody is trying to figure out, trying to understand the process, the consistency, but it really be the same thing every day. let's just keep waiting and seeing what price wants to do. Do a fair value gap right here, so we could possibly like pump. We could pump to this what do I got marked right here? To this 4 hour. Could possibly pump to that 4 hour. Honestly, I'm seeing these shorts play out. Boom, I always set my limit right there. That's real life VI. This is a VI getting created in real time. So I'm not gonna lie, this is a trade I would take. That's something I would take. We got the 3-minute, 5-minute IE down here. 30-second VI. Also, 1 minute is getting thrown too. So as long as we don't sweep this, like this looks clean, bro. We also have the 3-minute and 5-minute all the way down here. Let's see if this 1 minute gets created or if we tap into this 30-second. Boom, I would have got tapped. I would have got tapped. Low key, bro, I'm just gonna be targeting this IE. And then look, 5-second scaling. You could 5-second scaling this right here. So boom, this little retracement up, boom, scaling right there. Would have scaled in right here. 2 contracts. Keep waiting for another scaling. I'm scaling it again right here. It should hold. And the only reason this doesn't hold is wrong bias. Cause you also gotta remember, we're respecting this 1 minute for value gap. So if price initially wants to, it could come up to this this 4 hour that we got marked out. But there's also a 1 minute VI right here. I didn't even peep this VI. Well, see, would have got stopped out. So ultimately, like this was a good trade. In my opinion, this was a good trade. This was a trade I would have took any other day. You know what I mean? What probably happened here though? Only thing that happened here, to be honest, is wrong bias. Like I was telling y'all, like how we saw off market open, how we just pushed past this 30-minute. So this is a lot of like problem. Like I be having this problem too. Like, and we could visually see like when price wants to either push down from an area or push up from it. But it's honestly just wrong bias. It seems like we want to come tap this 4 hour. So to be honest, I would have took a loss today. Well, I don't know, cause we did, we did get some nice movement down. So I probably would have been able to secure my winning day, but nonetheless, I do like to go from one to twos. I did like that trade though, so it's a loss I would have been okay with taking. It's just that this what was this, a 10 minute? This 10 minute wasn't a strong area to hold. And then look on the 3 minute. So see, I was so focused on this 10 minute that I didn't even peep this 3 minute sweep. So like that's also another thing that be happening. Like I'm pretty sure a lot of people struggle with this too. I struggle with it with myself. Like knowing knowing that this area right here that we just pushed like past off market open, and like knowing that this area most likely might not hold because of how bullish we are just off market open and higher time frame. Like even though higher time frame doesn't matter, but like it just kind of makes sense if we retrace on the 4 hour up here, because it's really like on the 30 minute we're just bullish, you know what I mean? So like the bullishness makes sense. It's just where are we going towards that doesn't make sense. But this is why this 3 minute happened though. I ain't gonna lie, that 3 minute was supposed to be my IE. Not 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 the ones at the bottom. But it got swept, re-swept, tapped into this VI. It was just wrong bias, to be honest. They were bullish. And no setup formed off this 3 minute at all. You see how we swept this 3 minute, and that's why I got stopped out. So this 3 minute was supposed to be my IE instead of whatever I was marking out. But I mean, it got swept and re-swept though, so it's just wrong bias. Like I'm not gonna lie. Like right here, EOS, VI, IE, everything I saw, everything that I wanted to see to take a trade, I saw it and still ended up losing. And that happens sometimes. That's just the probability of trading, you know. Not every day you're gonna show up and see a green number right here, no matter if it's thousands of dollars or $100 or $50, you know. You're always trading with probability, and that's just something that you gotta understand. You can see that we're bullish, and coming into market open, you could see that we're bullish. So why I wanted to short, I don't know. But I'm just showing y'all like it's really like the reality of trading. Like this probably would have been something I would have did today. Like no joke. Like I probably would have took that short. But I want to for sure try to find a setup, because the only setup that I found, it didn't play out, and no other setup has really formed. We're just for sure coming to this 4 hour. So let me remove these areas that don't even matter and just keep waiting. We wait, I'm gonna be helping one of the people in the group chats. So his question was, I'm a little lost when it comes to VI and IEs. I wanted to see your perspective and how you see VI and IEs. So I'm basically just gonna go over what I look for when it comes to my VI being formed, what I look for when it comes to looking for my IEs. And hopefully hopefully I can help him understand what he's trying to understand. So for VIs, bro, the way I like to go with VIs, the VIs are always gonna be everywhere in the market. So like not all of them are gonna hold the same value, if that makes sense. The only way a VI holds some type of value is when it's aligned with some form of EOS sweep. So first we want to see a EOS get swept, and then in real time we will see a VI get created. And I'll show you a picture of that right now. Right now, I'm gonna show him this 10-minute. Show him this 10-minute, and I'm gonna mark out this VI right here. Hopefully the mic don't get staticky. Alright, I'm gonna just zoom in like this. And right here, bro, this is a good example of a VI. So basically, if I remove this, you see this, you see right here where my finger is, you see how there's no body right here? It's just straight wicks. So this is a volume imbalance, and you can see price came back and tapped into this volume imbalance to fill it in. But actually what happened here, I'm gonna zoom out, turn this back on. This was a 10-minute EOS that came and swept it, right? Swept this EOS through this VI, right? But what ended up happening is this 3-minute IE right here ended up getting swept. And even though it got swept, re-swept, we're just very bullish right now. So even though like you could take a trade, uh marking everything off you want to see, if your bias isn't aligned with the way the market wants to move, you're still gonna lose on that day, if it makes sense. Right here, bro, this is a good example. And then I low-key went over IEs with him too right there, nah? But I'm gonna go over IEs too. But let's see what he just let's see what he talking about.
Yeah, when I was going through the one-on-one with Michael, that shit had me a little bit confused. But now that I'm seeing like the pictures that you sending me, now I'm gonna be able to like catch them a little bit more in the sense of like seeing what I'm doing, you know. Because I know how to do the liquidity sweeps and stuff like that, and how to find for very gaps. But the IVs and the IEs, I feel like real time is kind of like a little bit hard, but
nah, for sure is hard.
What you're showing me now, like I'm reading them right now. I'm gonna just have to like just go in and just keep studying it, you know. And also, when you're looking at the IEs and you're doing your ELS, how are you catching the double wick sweeps? I know they're like right next to each other, but like how do you know when it's a double wick sweep and when it's not? Because I feel like that's another thing that I got lost with too.
But can help him with that. Damn, I just got lost. I be losing myself sometimes, bro. Hold on. I don't want to also forget about what I'm doing here too. So we swept this 3-minute. I'm saying we swept this 3-minute. For value gap, this could be the 1-minute wick right here, IE. It got swept, re-swept, tapped back into the for value gap. Low-key, this would have been the trade. Nah, for sure would have been a trade. And then I'm not gonna lie, bro. This 5 minutes probably something I would probably try to catch. But I'm gonna show bro right now because that's actually perfect timing. The double 1-minute wick. With the double 1-minute wick, bro. So look right here, we swept this 3-minute ELS. We threw a fair value gap entry. So to the left of it, so this swept it, right? So whatever swept it, we always gonna go like to the left of it and to the left of our entry. So 1, 2, IE right here. So we see it got swept, reswept, then tapped back into the for value gap, and like we're slowly getting like selling pressure out of it. And then another good example I could show you is yesterday on the 12 hour we had a double wick sweep. I think right here. Like you see these one wick, two wick. So basically what a double wick sweep means is just two wicks side by side that got swept. So like this could have been considered a double wick sweep. You see how it swept it and then pushed up off that? With the double, I started talking mad fast because the video was about to end. But did I get stopped out? Nah, this trade playing out smooth. See? Bam. I told you I was gonna catch a trade for y'all boys. The first one got stopped out, but caught a continuation. I mean, that's really all it is, bro. You could still be wrong and make money. Like, you know what I mean? And then on the 5-second, bro, you would just scale in basically every time price came retrace. Like right here would have been a scale in. Yo, why price keep moving like that every time I'm talking about scaling in? Oh, we just came did a 30. So that makes sense. Oops. Alright, I'm scaling it again right there. So what, 3 contracts in? And then I ain't gonna lie, I'd be wildin'. I would have scaled in again. Cause like I just know this gotta get hit. And now I'm just waiting. I'm 4 contracts deep in this trade. Wildin'. Just wildin'. Just wildin'. Did I answer, bro? I don't think I answered IEs. Let me look at my IE notes. And with IEs, bro, not every time you're gonna see a IE, and that's okay. That doesn't mean you're doing anything wrong. You know, some trades be better. I think trades that have no IEs low key be smacking, you know. But if a IE do present itself, it's just something that helps you prevent. Damn, I just stuttered crazy. Yo, I'm wildin', bro. Why am I short not playing out? Oh, we swept this 3-minute. But then we also just swept this 3-minute. Nah, bro, we just bullish, bro. It's just... And we swept this 5-minute. Yeah, we just bullish, bro. I don't know why I keep trying to force a short. This is the 5-minute sweep. Did it throw an entry? No entry was thrown, though. Nah, y'all get the gist, though. I ain't gonna lie, no setup is forming right now. I would have drive been out. I would have drive been down like $1,000, bro. That's why you just gotta trust yourself, bro. Like if we bullish, like this probably was the only setup. Like you could have took this long, but it's just mad choppy right here. Really no setup to be honest. But every movement that we see happening, we can mark out and know why it's happening. You know what I mean? Like even though I was taking these shorts, trying to take these shorts, there was a reason why I was taking these shorts. And even though I got stopped out every time, there was a reason I got stopped out, and I could go back and see why.
So look, I caught this just using only fair value gaps and the liquidity sweep. You know what I'm saying? Like not even IEs or none of that shit. So do you think, based on like what you're telling me and I studied this like good and shit, and I just mastered what IEs are and double wick sweeps and what IEs and VIs, you think that I can start getting into like prop firms? Like what do you think? Or should I just keep doing demos until I get to a point where I know what I'm doing?
All right, but I got you, bro. So with the IEs, I only look for a IE after that ELS sweep happened and either a VI or a fair value gap got formed. Once I see those two things happen, boom, I could start looking for anything that's gonna invalidate my entry. And not all the time something will present, not all the time an IE will present itself, and that's okay. That doesn't mean you're doing anything wrong. That's just sometimes how the market works. But all the IE does is just help us prevent unnecessary losses. So if we do mark out a IE and it doesn't get swept, we don't take that trade. We don't even set our limit order place on the VR or the fair value gap, because 9 times out of 10 it could potentially get ran through. And then also with the IEs, bro, the 3 minute and 5 minute IEs are just another forms of ELS. So IEs could also be looked at like ELSs. So like the same way liquidity, like if something gets swept from the bottom, you're looking for buys, and you could take the TP to something that gets swept from the top and could validate shorts. Like that's basically what IEs are. It's something that's just gonna invalidate your trade and just keep you like basically one step ahead of the market, because ultimately the market will tell us what it wants to do if we be patient enough to allow it to tell us what it wants to do. And then with the prop firms, bro, I would say with me, I've been trading for a year. And I'm not gonna lie, I did practice for like a couple weeks or two. But for me personally, I just didn't feel like I was getting like the real like experience until I actually like bought an account. So I bought an account like my first month like trading, and I was just trading it. But that's because like low key I was just confident, like whatever I was doing in that time of moment, I was confident whatever I was doing, and I was seeing that it was working. And so I just felt like, let me just pull the trigger, why not, you know what I mean? So for you, bro, I would advise like just build that confidence, because at the end of the day, like your trading is a mirror of yourself, and if you're not confident in what you're doing, then the decisions that you make aren't going to be 100%. And if you can't make 100% decisions in this type of market, which is like fast pace, and you got to be basically making A1 decisions at a fast pace mindset, or not mindset, but like fast pace in your mind, then I would continue to work and like build that build those characteristics, so that when you do trade, you know you you understand, like, so when you do trade, the losses aren't hitting you as hard, because you already practice on what you wanted to, like, you already practice the things now than later, if that makes any sense. Like you already basically set yourself up for the future type vibe. Yo, this dead the trade I would have took though. Like I don't know what's going on with the market. It really just bullish though. Like we swept this 5 minute too. Like the 5 minute came up, swept this 5 minute. A lot, but this trade should hit though. Once this trade hit, bro, hit this 5 minute. That's really it, bro. Or this 15 minute actually. This 15 minute makes way more sense. Most definitely. A little 1-on-1. Bro, tell me out. Let me get this 1-on-1. Price it ain't tricky, bro. I ain't gonna lie. It's probably one of them days you just stay away. You know what I mean? Cause what FOMC also later today. So like this also something y'all gotta keep in mind. Like right here, forexfactory.com, this is gonna save you. This news right here. So we got FOMC later out throughout the day. So price could just be building up whole lot of choppy stuff just to create some for FOMC. You know what I mean? But today I would have been looking for shorts, and everything that I did mark out, I 100% would have taken. You know what I mean? It's just a matter of me either staying in that trade or not. Really would have been like the story. I really want to see this 15-minute get tapped though, at least. There we go. See, I knew this trade wasn't bad, bro. Like we swept the IE, everything. Like, come on. I lie, we would have hit. I for sure would have got out at the 15-minute. Trade would have hit. Was a little off. Was a little shaky, but it's not always gonna be perfect, man. Not every day you gotta trade. That's the real reality of it. Not every day you gotta force something. Not every day it's gonna go your way, but some days it might go your way, and you just gotta capitalize off those days. But bam, little 1-on-1, bang. You know, took a little minute though. Wasn't the prettiest, but it's not always gonna be the prettiest. But I ain't gonna lie, I like to trade that way though. I like to trade pretty. Like I like to trade fast and smooth, like in and out smooth. Like them trades be clean to me. I don't really like these type of trades, but you can't control what the market gives you. You just gotta show up. But that's really it. I took my first loss, and then this would have been the second one I would have took. Not a bad trade at all. And everything live. Wow, everything live. Marked everything out, sent you everything. I'm helping bro in the chat. You know what I mean? Like it's real life. None of this fate. I could come on the charts and tell you why everything's gonna happen the way it happens. It's crazy, bro. I could literally anytime throughout the day, I could open the chart up and mark out a trade if I want to. And I don't know if that's good or bad. But look, even now my original TP 5-minute just got hit. You see what I mean? Like it would have been a good trade, bro. Feel me? And this was originally what I wanted. But we was bullish, you know. A lot of times you gotta be patient, like. But I be trying to jump on every first opportunity market present itself, because there's a lot of times where personal experiences where it just might be that one time you're gonna leave without you, you know. And with me, bro, I'm okay with taking a little risk. Like, at the end of the day, bro, we can't take none of this with us, bro. So why we stressing about it? Who cares? Just show up and do what you gotta do. But that's a clean trade, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Now, I for sure expect us to come take this out, because it's kind of crazy how we just like generated all this unnecessary liquidity here. But let me see what bro said.
I appreciate the advice, bro. I mean, I've traded before. You know what I'm saying? Like I went through like the TGR boot camp and stuff like that. So like I understand the markets a little bit. The only thing is that I just really didn't understand like the concepts and stuff. So that's why I came to this group to really have like a mentor, like a group that I can come to and like and see where I can like get to the next level. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate you taking the time to like help me out and shit. Like, you know, that's love.
No doubt.
definitely I'm gonna take what you sent me, and I'm gonna just apply that shit. So if anything, I'll hit you if I need help or anything. Like I feel like the way you explained it was a lot more easier than what Michael um was like he was showing me. But it's all good. I know everybody like teaches a little bit different, but I feel like the way that you're kind of like showing me and how you're doing the play by play is making sense to me now. So I appreciate that, bro.
Nah, most definitely, bro. And you could always hit me up, bro. I ain't gonna lie, I'm not stingy, bro. I'm gonna always share the information that was sharing with me. And let me give you some little motivation, bro. I just joined this group May 25th. And before I joined this group, bro, I only got one payout ever, and that was on my own, doing the same thing you did. I was TJR bootcamp, trading IVGs, liquidity, all that, bro. I joined May 25th. I locked in with bro's videos for like a week. I took notes. I took my own time to went on the charts and make sure I understand what I was seeing. And then, bro, my life changed since then, bro. Like it's really real. And don't ever feel like you can't ask a question because that's what that group chat's for basically. Like everybody's in there always asking questions, always sending their trades. And that's what this community is for basically. That's what Michael worked so hard for, to build this community, so people don't have to go through those hardships. Because i'm pretty sure before I'm pretty sure right now you've been through a lot of hardships trading, and that's why you found a mentor, and that's why everybody finds a mentor. I don't think no successful person will tell you that you can get to where you need to get to on your own. So you got this, bro. Just lock in, watch the videos, and as long as you put yourself, as long as you continuously put yourself in front of like that opportunity, the result's gonna be inevitable, bro. The result's gonna be inevitable, bro. Just keep putting yourself in front of that opportunity and keep showing up every day. I ain't lie, that's it though. I would have been off the market by now. I really don't like to stay on the market too long because it gets to my head. I start seeing things that don't make sense just because I want to press a button. I really just like to be on the market no longer than an hour, 30 minutes, to be honest. 30 minutes to an hour, longest an hour 30. But usually I always find my setup like within the first 30 minutes to an hour though, if I'm being honest. I'm usually not long on the market that long. But that's really the live analysis today. It's 9 times out of 10 the trade I would have took. I would have took a loss, but I would have took this trade. And that's pretty much it though. It's the same process every day. It just might not look the same, or it might not happen the same way, but ultimately it's really the same every day. Nothing changes. It just the probability might not be the same that day, and that's okay. Us as traders, we have to be able to make the choice and be, mentally aware if we should be there or not. Like if we know the market isn't giving us the same conditions that we are used to, we need to, have enough self control to step away from the market or not even want to trade the market that day. But I know that's easier said than done. Everybody just ultimately just wants to trade. Who doesn't want to trade? It's like probably the best thing ever happened.